The high jump. Visually stunning, notoriously difficult, and for all but a select few, impossible to master. That's why the achievements in this discipline of a young man from a South Dakota town of barely 1,000 people are so remarkable. When Zack Anderson was in high school, he accomplished something no South Dakota prep athlete had done in a quarter of a century: clear high jump's almost mythical 7-foot bar.
When I finally did it, it was just an accomplishment and an achievement that I can't really just match with feelings or words.
Zack graduated from Parker High School in 2016, a 5-time Class B state champion. He chose to continue competing in track and field at the collegiate level nearby at the University of South Dakota.
I just love South Dakota, and I love going to Coyote football games, basketball games, and went to camps here all my life. Eventually, when the option was there to go D1 and I was going to do track, I got super excited for it.
Despite all his accolades and accomplishments, Zack had to start from scratch upon arriving in Vermilion.
Part of what we saw with Zack was great jumps and then really bad days, and he just wasn't very consistent.
In high school, I was just kind of going with it, trying to basically go for a dunk or something and float over the top and hope it stays.
So when he came in, that was our first thing we wanted to do, is figure out how to be able to be consistent at 7 foot.
Right away, it was kind of just film sessions where he would focus on the good things I was doing and this and that. And now we're at the point in our relationship where we can just go in and he'll be like, you're doing this wrong, this wrong, this wrong, this wrong.
He just bought right into it and just loves working, loves jumping. So anytime you could do anything with high jump, he was like a sponge just soaking it in.
Turning it into the science that it is and figuring out how much lean I need and how far down can I get into it, then the foot up, everything rising straight up, and eventually it's turned into something that I'd consider a good-looking high jump.
That good-looking high jump has carried Zack to 6 Summit League titles and 4 All-American honors. But the man his coach calls the mayor hasn't only been gunning for individual glory.
2 or 3 years ago, our pole vault group was ranked #1. And Zack came to me and said, well, how come our high jump group isn't ranked #1? I said, well, that's hard to do. He goes, well, let's do it. So as we were bringing kids in, he bought into that concept that we're not trying to replace Zack Anderson. We're trying to put him with a group of other people to make the group better.
Being able to make the atmosphere exciting for us, for the 5 of us, and competitive because we all want to beat each other as much as we love seeing each other succeed is huge. My junior year, we were #1 in the nation as a high jump squad, which was an awesome accomplishment.
All that credit goes back to him because he pulls that group together. It's really important to have the right culture where kids believe in, I'm gonna work hard and I'm gonna be a good person. I'm gonna go to class every day and I'm gonna see how high I can jump.
That question, how high can I jump, is one Zack has continued to push the limits on while at USD. After breaking the Summit League record with a 7.4 1/4 clearance in 2019, he moved into even rarer air this spring after clearing 7.5, the standard for the U.S. Olympic trials.
Every college athlete's goal is to try to reach that Olympic trials. We knew he could be something special. I don't know if anybody really walks in thinking they're going to coach a 7.5 high jumper. I mean, that's a pretty special young man.
There's bigger things yet to come for me, and making that bar is that pivotal movement. It moves you up from the college level into the world-class level.
We feel like if we can keep kind of grinding away at that consistency, pretty soon 7.5 is something you're jumping at every week, then hopefully we're ready to go 7.7, 7.8, who knows what happens. So it's crazy.
This June, Zack will have one more attempt at an NCAA championship before vying for a spot at this July's Summer Olympics in Tokyo. The bars he'll face to accomplish those goals will certainly be high, but that's never stopped him before.
It's just about not settling with where you're at and continuing to improve yourself every single day.
And joined now by Alex Heinert. And what he has done is almost unbelievable, right? I mean, he's about 6'1". He has cleared 7 feet 5 inches, not quite 1.5 feet over his head. But how do you even put in context how impressive that is?
I mean, when you think about walking underneath the door, right, to go in and out of a room, I mean, he's jumping over that instead of walking through. And these are some of the best athletes in the world are doing this sport, and he's up amongst the elite, top 20 in the world right now. It's incredible this kid from Parker, South Dakota has been able to do this.
What are his chances of actually making this year's Olympic team?
First off, the fact that he's made the trials is incredible. 2.26 meters, 7 feet 5 inches to make it is amazing. The U.S. will take the top 3 jumpers who compete at the trials on to Tokyo in the summertime. He's right now tied for 6th. But the guys that are ahead of him are only about 1.5 inches better than he is right now. So it's within reach. He could potentially do it in Eugene, Oregon.
Literally that close.
That close.
To the Olympic team.
That close. It's amazing.
We'll see what happens. Thanks a lot, Alex.